The Star Chamber is a 1983 conspiracy thriller movie that I really want to check out because not a lot of people know this, but I'm actually a huge fan of conspiracy theory movies, you know, like JFK or Enemy of the State. I love secret cabal of shadowy government or organization sort of, you know, keeping the people under their thumb. There's something really thrilling about that I enjoy. So I've seen like a lot of them, probably at least 75% to be honest, if you go by Wikipedia's list. But The Star Chamber is one of those lesser known ones that I wanted to check out because it also has a really great cast. It's got Michael Douglas, Yaphet Kotto. So this is about Judge Hardin, played by Michael Douglas. He is a judge who has to do these messy sort of decisions when it comes to these two cases, one being a pair of guys who get pulled over for a traffic violation, but they might be child kidnappers, and the other one is a story about these two cops trying to catch a serial robber who violently attacks old women and kills them for their purses to steal their jewelry. So when these two criminals go away over technicalities, he's fed up with the system, and his judge friend invites him to be part of the Star Chamber, which is a sort of shadowy collection of 10 judges that sit down in a room, and they sort of go over the people, sort of nominate a criminal who got away with a crime or someone who just never faced justice, and then they basically vote on that person being killed, and then they send an assassin to kill that person. So the problem with the Star Chamber is that it has all the right elements. You've got a great cast, a cool concept. Director Peter Hyams is in the role, as the role of director. He did a really good job with Outland and a few other movies. But like the whole shadowy conspiracy cabal thing doesn't get introduced until an hour into the movie. And that's a really long time, or maybe not an hour in the movie, but like 35 minutes to 45 to an hour. So it's like the movie's half over by the time they introduce that concept, which is kind of bad because you're sort of just juggling all these side plots then. And then when they finally do introduce it, it sort of winds down into a really underwhelming finale because the movie just ends abruptly. And when I looked into it, Roger Ebert's review, he basically said the same thing. You know, the movie could be more playful if it was a bit tighter, but it keeps leaping around and trying to like do this other stuff. There's like this extended arrest sequence that doesn't need to be there. And the movie ends really abruptly in the middle of the scene. So like, you're not really going to get a satisfying finale. You're just going to get sort of characters just, you know, talking and then boom. And so there's not much finality to the movie. It does have a great, you know, production values and everything, but the story just quite isn't there. It doesn't feel like a complete product. They easily could have chopped away one large subplot at the beginning of the movie and then introduce the shadowy cabal sooner, and then tacked on 20 minutes to make it a full 2-hour movie, or keep the length the same. But the movie just doesn't feel complete, and it's definitely one of the lesser conspiracy theory movies that I've seen. So despite its good cast, I didn't really like The Star Chamber, and I give it a 3 out of 10.